Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'd like to welcome you to another edition of How to Get Excited For, where in tonight's video I will be giving you suggestions, recommendations, and tips on how to get ready for the upcoming superhero film Spider-Man Homecoming in theaters next week, July 7th. Early reviews have been calling it the best Spider-Man movie yet. Incredibly confident and bold statement, and most likely accurate, because let's face it, Marvel makes some pretty good damn movies, and it wouldn't surprise me if this did indeed turn out to be one of the, if not the best, one of the best Spider-Man films. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the previous installments, which is, segues into what I'm going to recommend. So obviously, this is a new Spider-Man movie, and this is a new origin. I know we're kind of tired of seeing origin stories for Spider-Man, or at least some people are, but, and I don't blame them, but this is a new origin story, the beginning of a new franchise, and the way I look at it, what better way to get excited for a Spider-Man film than by watching, if not the previous Spider-Man film? Just choose your favorite. I mean, I personally enjoyed the Sam Raimi franchise, and you know what, truth be told, when I first saw it, when it first came out, and of course, I was not a hardcore fan, and if I was, I probably would have been really pissed of how they handled Venom. But when I first saw Spider-Man 3 years ago, holy crap, now I think about it, it was like 10 years ago since it came out. I loved it. I really, really liked it. I especially enjoyed seeing Spider-Man and New Goblin fighting side by side, taking on both Venom and Sandman. That was a pretty badass fight sequence between superheroes and supervillains, I thought. It was just a fun movie. Now, granted, your perspective on certain films can change over the years, and now I see that, yes, you know what? I can see why people didn't like it. It was nowhere as good as Spider-Man or my personal favorite film, Spider-Man 2. However, if you enjoy Spider-Man 3, then, good for you. No judgment here. We're all entitled to enjoy what we enjoy, and we all just have different tastes and whatnot, and that's okay. That's what makes us cool. Now, my personal favorite Spider-Man film, the one that I can watch again and again, and specifically for one reason, Spider-Man 2. Favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, honestly, to date. I think this is definitely my favorite Spider-Man film. Because in this film, and I am going to, out of courtesy, I will say spoilers ahead, but this movie's almost 15 years old now, or 13 years old now, so if you haven't seen it by now, shame. But basically, this is the sequel to Spider-Man, where we saw him fight Green Goblin, and then we see him fight one of my personal favorite villains, especially in this version of him, Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, and Alfred Molina kills it in this role. He does a fantastic job, as does everybody in this film, but Alfred Molina, my God, he brought to life one of my all-time favorite on-screen supervillains. I love Doc Ock in this film. I wish he didn't die in the end. I wish they could have done more with him. It would have been awesome to see him survive this movie and team up with another bad guy in another Spider-Man film, which may have been a possibility at one point, but who knows, maybe Doc Ock will return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe someday, and that would be pretty dope. But I love the character Doc Ock, and I love how he's translated into this film. This is overall a pretty good, feel-good, fun superhero story. Spider-Man and Peter Parker both finally get the girl, because he doesn't get the girl in the first movie, but he gets her in this one, and of course she discovers his secret that, oh my God, Spider-Man is Peter Parker, I've always loved you, or some crap like that. But it's a good movie. I really enjoy it, and this is my personal favorite Spider-Man film, and I mostly watch it for Alfred Molina's performance. I think he does an amazing job as Doc Ock, and I hope you guys do too. So I am probably going to watch this sometime next week, closer as we get to Spider-Man Homecoming. So this is one of my recommendations. And then, like I said, if you enjoyed the other films from this franchise, Spider-Man or Spider-Man 3, then those are obviously great ways to get in the mood, or, get yourself ready for a Spider-Man film. Or maybe you enjoyed the short-lived The Amazing Spider-Man series. Unfortunately, we only got got 2 movies out of it, but on the plus side, we did get Spider-Man brought back into Marvel, and hopefully that'll give us bigger, better things. But me personally, I liked the Amazing Spider-Man films. I think I liked the first one a lot more than I did the second one. Although there is one thing that I loved about the second one. I really, really enjoyed Jamie Foxx's performance as Electro. I know that wasn't a lot of people's favorite, but for me, that is what really makes the movie, is his performance as Electro. His origin story, how he's created, how he's this geeky little nerdy guy who turns into this super villain with like super electro-shock powers or whatever. I love his voice. I love his look. Yeah, the dubstep thing is a little stupid, but I enjoyed him. I thought Jamie Foxx did a great job in that movie, and I think that's the main reason why I really enjoyed that film, is because Jamie Foxx nails it as Electro. And I think one of the things I didn't like about it, as the banner, as the original movie banner implied, Spider-Man was going to fight him, Green Goblin, and Rhino all at the same time, and he never did. That never happened. Rhino appeared for the final scenes of the film, which led to a sequel that never was. But you know what? I also enjoyed Paul Giamatti's performance as the Rhino, as short-lived as it was. I thought he was good. And you know what? Everybody in that movie did a good job. You know, it had its flaws here and there. I'm not going to trash it and say it's the worst film ever. I mean, there are movies out there way worse than Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I personally liked it. You know, I didn't love it, but I really liked it. And I mostly really liked it for Jamie Foxx's performance as Electro. So I guess you could say I really like the Spider-Man villains, and that is why I cannot wait to see what Michael Keaton brings to the role of the Vulture. He looks scary, he looks badass, he seems sinister, everything you want in a good comic book supervillain character. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Speaking of Michael Keaton, because this guy's made a comeback in the past couple years, I think. I would say, because this is one of his bigger leading roles for the first time in a long time, watch one of your favorite Michael Keaton performances. Perfect example, Batman. Tim Burton's Batman from 1989. And this is the version with Michael Keaton's Batman against Nicholson's Joker. Love this movie. Excellent Batman film. Excellent Batman film. Michael Keaton was an amazing Batman. He did an amazing job in this film and Batman Returns. So unless you own Batman Returns and you still want to see Keaton as Batman, just watch this one. And if you watch Batman, or maybe you own both of them, you want to watch them back to back, then God bless, good for you. But yeah, I'd say if maybe this isn't your favorite Michael Keaton role, maybe you like him in something that's a bit more serious or something a bit funnier, like maybe his role as the goofy constable from Much Ado About Nothing, or maybe as the police captain in The Other Guys, which was hilarious, or maybe one of his more dramatic roles like the Birdman or Birdman. I don't know. I never seen that movie, but I heard it was one of his best ones from the past few years. So yeah, I would recommend watching your favorite Michael Keaton performance. In this case, for me, it would have to be Batman. All right, and then one other one. Now, this one, maybe not all of you will be able to watch it and enjoy it because of its rating, but I'm going to suggest it anyway. Because Homecoming is obviously, Peter Parker is obviously a high school student, still in high school. We don't know if he's a senior, if he's graduating or not, but the point is, he's a high school student. This is the youngest, I think this is the youngest version of Spider-Man we have gotten so far, because Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker graduated high school along with Andrew Garfield's, so Tom Holland's is got to be the youngest, I think, and age-wise too. Tom Holland is like in his early 20s, or like 21 or something. Anyway, because this is going to be kind of like a coming-of-age story in a sense, or a coming-of-age story for an up-and-coming superhero, I thought what better way to watch one of my favorite coming-of-age stories, well, not really a coming-of-age story, but a funny high school story, Superbad. Love this movie. Love this movie. It is so damn funny. I saw this at least 2 or 3 times in the theaters. It was so damn funny. And of course, I own it now, and I watch it not as often as I'd like, but I own it, and it's part of my collection. Very funny film. Really launched the careers for these three right here, because we see them in everything nowadays. And very funny film. Basically, if you haven't seen it, the premise is that these three guys aren't the most popular guys in their high school, and towards the final weeks of their high school career before graduation, they're invited to this party hosted by these girls that they all have a massive crush on, and they have to bring the alcohol or provide the alcohol, and then things go crazy from there. And it's super funny, and it's actually got some surprisingly good lessons in terms of the value of friendship and what it means to be a good friend and stuff like that. Plus, it's I thought a good high school movie, and this is one of my favorite high school movies. There's a lot of them out there, but this one is a personal favorite of mine. So yeah, that is what I have to offer or suggest in terms of getting excited for Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh God, almost forgot. If you want to just if you just want to see the previous Marvel film that would be the most closely related to this Marvel film, obviously that's Captain America Civil War, and that's available on Blu-ray and DVD or streaming on Netflix, like how I like to watch it. But Captain America Civil War obviously marks the very first appearance of Spider-Man as he appears in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's Tom Holland's Spider-Man. The post-credits scene for that movie teases Spider-Man's future. Obviously, Spider-Man's future is Spider-Man Homecoming. And, of course, we'll see him interact with Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., and whatnot. So, yeah, obviously, if you want to see Spider-Man in action before you see him in his own solo film, just watch him in his awesome supporting role when he briefly appeared in Captain America Civil War from last year. Good movie, fun movie overall, and he is amazing and hilarious in it. And I'm sure he's going to do a great job in this movie, and I can't wait to see what he does in Infinity War as well next year. Well, guys, those are my suggestions and advice on how to get excited for Spider-Man Homecoming, which opens in theaters next week, July 7th. Tickets are on sale now. Book them before they go fast in your area. And if you have any suggestions or ideas of your own as to how to get excited for Spider-Man Homecoming, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. You can disagree with one another, of course, but please keep it civil and be respectful and no hostile internet trolling. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend if I don't see you. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.